Hello, fabulous Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2014, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Now, last month I told you that this month would take on a quieter tone, and it certainly will. However, I don't think it's actually going to look any less busy. And I would encourage you to find the stillness within the busyness, because next month is really a very big month. And if you think this month is busy, it's really going to hit another level next month with a full moon in your sign and also lots of financial activity. So I'll be here to talk about it then. But this month really starts a very important process that is part of that larger picture of really signaling an important turning point in your life that's coming up next month. So this month, what happens is Mars begins to go backwards in your sign, officially beginning its retrograde motion. Now, with Mars moving backwards in your sign for the next 79 days, it does suggest a time when, on the one hand, as I spoke about in the year ahead video, your energy does become more reflective and you're being asked to find a source of power and strength within yourself and to live from that place. Now, as part of that, depending on how far off you've gotten from living from that space is going to determine in large part how your life actually feels. Because as I said, there's still a lot of busyness. There's a lot of activity happening. Mars in your sign is going to denote activity. And it is going to denote that you have to actually take action to experience the change that you desire. However, with Mars retrograde in your sign, it's about being strategic and taking wise action. And it's about taking action from a place of spiritual truth rather than from a place of emotional urgency or frustration. Remember, ultimately, frustration is a gift. Frustration is actually, I think, and anger is one of the most spiritual experiences that a human being can have, because it helps us to tap into our motivation to experience change. But in order for that change to really matter, the chaos of that frustration needs to calm down, and the opportunity needs to be seen within that. Ultimately, that anger is about taking ownership for where your power is, but more importantly, where it isn't, and deciding to take action from that place of acceptance of what you can do and what you can't. And in this way, I do think that Mars retrograde is very much about the serenity prayer. I'm a big fan of the serenity prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, again, these are themes very highlighted in your 2014 year ahead horoscope. So if you haven't seen that, I would encourage you to see that. But this month, because of a lot of the activity that seems to be going on the one hand, behind the scenes, what I do see is for those of you who are able to find that place of stillness, which is actually going to be, that opportunity is going to be offered to you many times. But if you're able to find that place of stillness, I do think that the possibility of you actually having an important breakthrough and experiencing the type of change or initiating the type of changes that really have the power to transform your life and set you up very nicely for the even bigger changes coming up ahead next month, I do think that that likelihood becomes very strong. But if you give in to any sort of surface feelings of frustration without going deeper, and especially, and I got to be honest with you, especially if you allow yourself to be irritated or frustrated by other people, when that starts to happen, I mean, that really is the universe sort of trying to get your attention to say something's off about you. Because other people are going to be who they're going to be. And ultimately, what other people do really has nothing to do with you. You may think that it influences you or affects you, and sometimes maybe it does. But ultimately, people make decisions that are motivated by things that you have no influence over, that you have no say over. And if you find yourself getting irritated at other people, especially when people are just being human, that really is a very powerful signal that you are off in your own spiritual groundedness, in your own sense of self and your own sense of your power and the wise use of that power. And so if you find yourself that, as quickly as you can, allow that gift of that signal to come through, because that is going to be the thing that wakes you up and grounds you, really centers you in the most spiritual sense of the word and in the most honest sense of the word as well. Because really there are going to be a lot of moments that seek to get you to be honest with yourself. And sometimes a part of that is about seeing where you feel frustrated, where you feel restless, where you feel unfulfilled. Even if on a practical level your life looks amazing, if there's something happening within yourself, you need to look at that so that you can release that part of you. As I said, with this month and the retrograde beginning, you are given this very rare opportunity to really get in touch with your power, to really get in touch with a deeper understanding of where your power is and where it isn't. And from that place and from that clarity, you are going to find that your actions become much more effective as well. Don't waste this energy. Don't allow it to stay on the surface, because all that little irritations, all those minor frustrations are just very surface, and they're just there to distract you. They're there to help you understand that you can feel things on a level of body and on a level of energy. But ultimately, if you stay there, then you will miss the opportunity. And the opportunity is to be honest with yourself about the changes you wish to experience, and to be honest with yourself about how you want to live your life and who it is that you truly want to be, as evidenced in your actions. A person is not who they think they are. A person is who they demonstrate themselves to be. And you're going to have opportunity to get clear on just who that is. And where you like it, you can emphasize it. And where you don't, you can change it. And once you do that, you are going to come into contact with a deeper and more profound power than anything you've known before. And from that place, just about anything becomes possible to you. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.